What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to Not Foot Birthday. There's been some things going on. First things first, thank you for being here. Hit the like button, that'd be awesome. Secondly, the Foot Birthday hasn't come out yet. Well, at the time of making this video, it's 6 o'clock on Tuesday. I was expecting it today. It may well be tomorrow, it may well be the day after. It may well not be at all, and the reason for that is because there's been just no indication of it. In terms of FIFA's actual birthdays, a lot of people say it's the 23rd, not the I thought it'd be like Monday through a week, but because it's 8 days apart, I thought running it Tuesday to the following Wednesday would be a good 8-day cycle. And now I don't even know if it's gonna come. I've sold some items and I'm trying to sell some more items. I've got 553,000 coins in the bag. I sold Chan at a loss of about 25,000 coins. I sold Ntep because he's injured now. I actually bought him for 23,000, I believe. Sold him for 25,000. A few fitness cards and a few other bits and bobs have gone. The Vossen card I sold for 42,500, and Kasper Schmeichel, who I bought, of course, for 125 because I'm an idiot, went for 80k. The Xbox servers right now are actually down, so if you were on already, you can stay on, but if you weren't, you can't get on. I'm trying to sell on Benteke, Stekelenburg and Pogba. I'm trying to sell Pogba because, I'll explain why when we go to the team. I'm trying to sell Stekelenburg and Benteke because the hype already for the 2 Player of the Month possibilities with no BPL games coming for the rest of this month is very, very high. And I bought them as investments, not as usable items for the SBC. So, you know, I'm going to try and sell through the hype and make myself a little bit of profit off of these dudes. And then, of course, I've got all these 84s that I picked up previously. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how much they're going for. I bought Ramsey for 2.1k, 3k, 3.1k, 2. Oh, look at that. He's already 2.7k. So it's already going up. So again, if Rambo, if all these 84s hit 3.5 to 4k, I'll probably like sell them on and just take the money. This Defoe card I bought for 18.5k. It's still about the same really. There's a 20k bid. So I'll hang on to him because the profit after tax will just be absolutely negligible. All the other 84s done good. Of course, I've got this Jovetic now. This Jovetic is probably much cheaper. 65, well, maybe not that much less than 65, but yeah, looks like about 65k. So I haven't lost that much, about 10k and tax on Jovetic and the other one in the club. But of course, I'm not going to be able to do anything with him until the club football comes back in like 2 weeks' time. So that's just coins just sitting there on the trade pile right now, waiting. Dendonka very much the same. I was looking earlier. There's a few around for like 16,000. So again, after tax, I've made like 1,000 to 3,000 coins, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not going to sell him just yet. And then a few more of the 84s that I've got that just sat there on the trade pile. Then we go into the club, and into the club, I've picked up a few other things. I saw a thread on Reddit, and credit to the guy on Reddit that explained about inform investing. Well, not that I know what inform investing is anyway, but I thought it was a real smart idea, and I'll show you what it is. So I've still got that Defoe. Gaetan has dropped in price. I bought him for 45k, and I didn't buy him in hype either. I bought him like at a good time, and they're looking at 32k for that Gaetan there. You know, I think that I saw one for like 27k earlier on. There's 31k there. 37k. Is there still maybe the 27k one got bought, or maybe just expired and didn't get relisted. But in general, Gaetan looks like he's about 30,000 coins now. So I've lost huge money on him. I'm hoping he starts the next Atletico game, and in the hype I could just get my money back. Kante, not Ben Arthur there. Kante, I've still got in the club, but I'm very tempted to sell Kante. Just because again, I can get I can get like 300,000 coins back for him, and I'll show you in a second. Then we've got our investments again, and then what I went and did, guys, is I went and bought some players. Obviously, I packed that Mayo card that I'll keep there. We've got all these ones to watch cards to get rid of. I've got that Boric that I packed. I went and bought Talisca, 11,500 coins for a Brazilian 81 rated special card. Now, if you ever need a man of the match card for an SBC, me picking up Talisca for 11,500 coins is brilliant. Weedwald I already had as a first owner, and then again the ones to watches. a couple of green cards that I bought, and then the Belgian Mini that I bought. 26,000 he is now. I bought him for 20,000. It looks like he's 26k there, 27k, 24k, and then 50k. So I'll list mine up for let's list him up for 30,000 for 24 hours, and we'll see if there are any takers. I've obviously got a few other players here and stuff as well. I bought myself, obviously, all those 84s I've got on the trade pile, I bought them for myself as well. I've got them sitting in the club also. I also went and bought a Vertonghen for 2.9k. His price is just on the rise right now because he's Belgian. So if it's Lukaku, he's gonna be worth considerable amount more, most likely. So I just bought him for the potential of using him. So obviously I've had a couple of indifferent weekends in Foot Champs. This week alone I got 21 wins. Last week I got 29 wins, so I got elite last week. But this week I just, I lost the motivation and stuff, and I started playing with a few different teams and tactics and things. And ultimately, I think I'm going to go back to the 4-3-2-1. I'm gonna rebuild with a midfield that I absolutely loved, and that means Kante is potentially gone. And then I'm going to play some D1 games with it when Xbox Live Services come fully back. And basically, I want to show you guys some stuff with regards to in-game stats and such, right? Because in-game stats are super important. And although I don't know if I want to do it this video, maybe I'll do it next video. Because there are certain things, for example, this Kante card is like 300k, right? Maybe 270 at a minimum, 300 at a maximum, depending on time of day that you sell and what's going on. If you compare him to his 83 cards, and this is why I want to talk about and make a video on have I got the 83 in the club? No. On in-game stats, is because compared to his 83, now obviously his 85 is much better. Right, let me go to Foothead. I'm not going to be able to show this on the screen here, but what I'll do is I will do a video. If you guys want it, I'll do a video where I actually look at in detail the compared stats of certain players and why I'm selling them. And this is also why I'm going to be selling Paul Pogba. So when we look at Kante 85 with a shadow versus Kante 83 with a shadow, 83 Kante has 93 pace compared to the 95, but the in-game stats, he's got 96 acceleration compared to 98 and 90 sprint speed compared to 92. It's not a difference that you're going to notice. You then look at defending, and the 83's Kante goes up to 93 defending, whilst the 85 Kante goes up to 94 defending because he gets so many stats capped. They both get 99 interceptions. The 85 Kante gets 66 heading accuracy compared to 64. It's 92 marking compared to 90. But then stand tackle and slide tackle are 99 on the pair of them. So in terms of pace and defending, it's basically the same. And it's 95 versus 97 stamina. Another situation where you're not going to find much, if any, difference. At that point, every other attribute in the game is a difference of around 2 or 3 in the important attributes. For example, there's 2 more aggression, 2 more strength, and 2 more jumping on the 85 Kante compared to the 83. Is 3 more dribbling, 3 more ball control, 3 more reactions, and 3 more balance. So from the dribbling category and 3 more agility, he is like a flat +3 in the dribbling category. Even though it's a +4 overall difference, he's only 3 more in-game attributes more. That's not really that much. And if you look at the total in-game attributes, base stats, does it tell you? Yeah. So with with a shadow card on, there's only 90 complete stats across the board in-game. So the 83 Kante has 2,085 in-game stats, whereas the 85 Kante has 2,175. So it's just 90 across the board, spread between how many different, it's 2 of those 90 go into pace. Well, actually, like, for example, 4 of them actually go into pace because it's 2 acceleration and 2 sprint speed. So 4 of those 90 go into the pace section. You know, and then you've got things that are not really that relevant for Kante. For example, the shooting, because his stats are just quite bad anyway. So if you look at his shot power, there's a 5 difference in shot power, a 5 difference in long shot. Like most of the stats difference are actually in the shooting category, which just isn't really that important for Kante. So my idea was to sell on everything I had. You know, I bought that Pogba, I bought Kante, I bought Chan, I bought Mane. What's the point of using these players when they are near identical and are clearly not offering me any better kind of results in the weekend league than just using other counterparts? For example, I could go back to using Raheem Sterling and right forward. Somebody actually said to me on a video, let me go back to Buppo and right forward. When you compare the two Manes anyway, 4 pace, 7 shooting, I mean, that is a huge upgrade, even though it's only +3. And as a ones to watch, there's a little bit more scope for more upgrade. But is there really that much difference? Is there really that much difference to the point where it's worth the, 400k that I paid for this one, 340? Is there that much difference? Is it worth that much? The simple answer is no, it's not. I'm going to probably go back to I'm definitely going to go back to the SBC Chan. I thought he was a fantastic card. There's no reason to not use him. He's very, very similar again in terms of his other card. I think there's only like a few stats different between the two of them. Let's go concepts. So in terms of the 85 Chan, 2 pace, 3 passing, 3 dribbling, 4 defending and 2 physical. It is quite a big upgrade, but again, when you look at the in-game stats of Emre Can 83 versus Emre Can 85 with a shadow card, there's not that much difference, because the Emre Can 85, again, the way the stats get capped, and this is obviously dependent on you believing in chem styles, because I know some people don't believe that chem styles work or whatever. But in terms of stats, it's 90 pace versus 92 pace, 96 defending versus 98 defending, 86 physical versus 88 physical. So for the things that I want this Emre Can for, they're basically the same card. There's a little difference in shooting. Again, the shooting upgrade at +6 is quite noticeable. But in terms of everything else, again, they both have 99 stand tackle. It's 97 slide tackle and 97 marking versus 99 and 99. Like, it's very, very much the same, bar a little bit. So why would I have a 300k player sitting in the club playing when I've got a near identical player in Emre Can sitting in there? So basically, the aim is to just go back to using the untradables, basically, because one of my best finishes in the league was with the untradables. Now, as a third midfielder, I've got a lot of options, and I'm very tempted to go to the Roberto Firmino. At that point, then we've got a high medium, a medium, and a high medium. The problem with that, again, could be that one of my biggest issues was that I'm unable to like stop conceding goals. I leak a lot of goals, but I tried with a super defensive-minded midfield with Emre Can, with N'Golo Kante, and with Pogba as my attacking-minded midfielder, and I still conceded the same amount of goals, if not more. There were still problems in the team. So, I could always put Fernandinho in here because he's medium-high. So we put Fernandinho in, have one medium-high, one medium, and one high medium. And then when you compare Fernandinho to Kante, and again, we'll compare him even to the 85 Kante, he's got 4 less pace, 7 more shooting, 1 more dribbling, a little less defending, a little less physical, and passing is basically the same. So again, when you put shadow card on them, because of the amount of boost the shadow gives, and again, this is dependent on you believing that the chem styles work as they say they do, which I personally do believe. When you put a shadow on Fernandinho and then a shadow on Kante, it's 89 pace for Fernandinho versus the 95 pace of the N'Golo Kante. Of course, he gets huge boost in pace, but it's 93 defending of Fernandinho versus the 94 defending of N'Golo Kante. So, and then you take into consideration the passing is near identical. Fernandinho's shooting is actually much better. The only huge difference, and his dribbling is better, the only huge difference is genuinely just the physical. But when you look at the in-game physical attributes and what's different, Kante has got 3 more aggression, 2 more strength, 11 more stamina, but 86 stamina is more than okay, and 6 more jumping. But he has more jumping simply because he's shorter. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, if you looked at Kane's in-game stats, his jumping would be really low because he's really tall. The shorter the player, the higher the jumping typically is. So why would I be using this Kante card? Again, a 300k card sitting in the club playing games when I've got a near identical version that's actually a little bit taller in the club. There's no reason to not use this midfield. This defence is perfect for me. I'm in 2 minds about whether or not I want to use... Coleman or Bellerin. I've used both of them extensively. I enjoyed both of them immensely, and Coleman gets like 95 pace. He's got better stats everywhere except pace. I put Bellerin back in just for the sake of putting him back in. I don't really have a good reason, but I'm very tempted to just go back to something like this. We've got then Son, Ali, Rashford, Kane, Suarez, Costa, Nainggolan. Place him on the transfer list. And we've got ourselves, again, just an endless possibility of players that we can keep in this club. Forget the players that I've bought and the sellables, and we'll go straight to the untradables, because the untradables are where my real players are at. This Lacazette features, again, gets on the bench, and Lacazette is a great card. Arnautovic, brilliant. This Mane card, brilliant. Why not have him as a reserve? That Walcott card that I played so many games with, brilliant. I think that's all I've got. I mean, we could go back, look at who I've got, man. That Depay card, that Balassi card, great cards. That Chadley card, an amazing player for me. Look at what I've got available. Literally, look at the sort of players that I've got to hand. Costa, Suarez, Kane, Ali, Son, Rashford, Nainggolan, Lacazette. This Arnautovic card, this Theo Walcott card, which I loved, but I stopped using Sterling because I got Walcott. But Sterling with the 4-star skill moves, yeah, he's got 2-star weak foot problems. But with the 4-star skill moves, I'm tempted to give this team a shot again, guys. I really am. And then as a goalkeeper, I think I'm going to need to go and buy either De Gea, or I could keep using Petr Cech. I liked Petr Cech. A lot of people disliked him, but I thought he was a very decent goalkeeper. So I might go back to just using him. But look at this team. There's nothing wrong with this team. There's no reason for me to have those informs and stuff, because they didn't make a change in my gameplay. Because my problem in my gameplay isn't the players that I've got, it's me. I'm the problem. When I use second man press too much, or when I buckle under the pressure, or when I don't take the chances that are offered to me. When you look at this team, let's look at this team from player to player. Petr Cech is debatable for some people, but absolutely fine for me. I might trade him out for De Gea just to get the giant throw. I don't know if Petr Cech has it or not. Let's have a look. Even if he has the long throw, not the giant throw. Yeah, he has long thrower. So I'm fine with that. Long throw is fine. It doesn't need to be the giant throw. So Cech is fine. Coleman is probably one of the best right backs I've used this year. Alonso is probably the best left back I've used this year. I absolutely love him. Reed and Smalling. I mean, Smalling now 893 games. Reed 242 games on this one, and I had over 300 games on the inform that I packed as well before I got the red version. So I've actually played over 500 games with Reed. No problem there. In terms of Firmino, he's played a lot of games as sub, but over 200 games for him. Emre Can, nearly 500 games for Can. And Fernandinho, 250 games for him as well. You then look at Hazard. 920 games for Eden Hazard, and Ibrahimovic as well, 360 games, and then Raheem Sterling, of course, 501 games. You then look at the bench and look at the amount of game time I've got on these players. Heung-min Son, 676 games. Dele Alli, he's already got 187 games. Marcus Rashford, I don't particularly like him that much, but as a super sub, I think he might be real good. That, 5'11", high-low work rates, 92 pace. Harry Kane has already played a fair amount of games as well, 33 games, and I want to give him more of a chance. And it's very possible that we put him in there instead of like someone like Roberto Firmino. The biggest problem with me putting someone like Harry Kane in there, it's not really that much of a problem, because if you look at the stats, other than 2 pace, Kane just destroys him in every stat, right? But the biggest issue is 4-star, 4-star versus 3-star, 3-star. Like, the 4-star skill moves are not everything, but they definitely allow a different dimension to the game, So we could put Firmino in there, we could put Harry Kane in there, we could rotate. Luis Suarez as well, a lot of games with him, 223 games, a lot as a sub as well. Diego Costa, 516 games for him. Now, I'm not overly keen on throwing every midfielder back into the game that I had started as a striker, your Harry Kane, your Diego Costa, but if I'm going to have 2 defensive-minded midfielders, like Chan and Fernandinho, then 1 attacking-minded midfielder, it then doesn't matter if it's Costa or if it's Kane or if it's Dele Alli, because Dele Alli's actually got ridiculously good stats. Compared to Costa, he's got more pace, more passing, same dribbling, more defending, a little less physical and a little less shooting. But other than that, Dele Alli is like a really, really good shout, and because of that extra defending, could potentially just be a much better player. And then if you compare him to Firmino, 1 less pace, 2 less passing, 1 less dribbling, but 5 more physical, 19 more defending, and 5 more shooting. It's a nice upgrade. Like, we could just have Dele Alli in there instead. Like, again, there are so many options. And then as subs, I've got a little bit of everything. I've got 5-star weak foot and pace with Son, 4-star, 4-star and well-rounded with Firmino. We've got the pace of Rashford, the height of Harry Kane, the pace, the finishing, the 4-star, 4-star of Suarez, the physicality and the height and the drive of Costa, the rude hullet of Nainggolan. We've got, look at that Lacazette card, man. Look at that. Look at those stats. 88 pace, dribbling and shooting, 83 passing, 84 physical, 4-star skill moves, high work rates. He's been amazing for the club, and I don't play him. Theo Walcott, another one that's got a lot of games, 482 games for him. Hector Bellerin, 459 games. Like, we've got a lot of games on these players, to the point where what I'd rather do, and this is where it brings me to, I'd rather find the right balance with the players I already have, and I'm going to take away my personal connection to the players, and I'm going to take away the players that I want to work rather than the players that actually work, and I'm just going to keep playing in Division 1 this weekend league to try and find the right balance. We're going to play this weekend and next weekend league. We're going to play with no idea of, no target other than getting enough wins to get elite for the month. That is the only thing I want to do, and we're already at 77 wins. So we need 43 wins from 2 weekend leagues, 43 wins from 80 games. So as long as I can get gold 2 and gold 1, or just gold 2 twice with a few extra wins on top, I will be happy to get elite for the month. And in the next 2 weeks, given this week during Division 1, this weekend league, next week during Division 1, next weekend league, and the week after during Division 1, so 3 full weeks of gameplay to try and find the right balance of players using what we've got in the club, because I feel like it would be far, far more beneficial. Something sold, what was it? It was Alan, there you go. But yeah, so, and when I get the coins, 1 million from Pogba, 50k there, 75k there, 30k there, we sell Mane, we sell Kante, and again, I'll sell them when the servers come back on, because right now, I don't really want to sell it whilst the servers are off. And I might lose a few coins on these dudes, and I'm okay with that, because what I'm going to do then is take the 2 to 3 million coins that I'll have and start heavy investing, trying to make 1 to 200,000 coins a week, maybe a little bit more, maybe as much as 300,000 coins, by studying the market, buying and selling players at the right time, and trying to turn those 2 to 3 million coins into 4 to 5 million coins by team of the season. So at team of the season, we can then improve the squad that we've got from the BPL to the team of the season versions of these BPL players. And I'm also even very much open to getting rid of Ibrahimovic. I absolutely love this Ibra card. He, for me, has been the best striker. He's 6'5", his 4-star has been great. But I'm also very much aware that not many people, not many of the pros use Ibra in Weekend League. If any, I know Dr. Jarba used him last Weekend League and had a lot of fun with him. But I've got, you know, just because I like him and he plays well and he fits what I do, that doesn't mean I have to use him. You know, like if Harry Kane works up there better because of his pace and the fact that he's just got like a better card, then why not use Harry Kane? If Rashford works because of his pace, if Walcott or Mane work because of their pace, I will use them instead. I am very happy to even putting Lacazette back in here, getting the Fekir card at this right forward slot, setting the midfield up so everyone here gets the chemistry as well, and then running with that Lacazette up front again. And I might try it, just to try it, literally just to try it. I might put it in there just to make, you know, just to have a look to see if it works. Because if it works, then why not use it? You know what I mean? Like all these players right now with chem styles are so close to the peak of where you need them to be that spending 3, 4, 500,000, a million coins on a superstar player is just not a necessity. And then when you take into consideration, lastly, before we get out of here, when you take into consideration the fact that I've also got then just an absolute mass of players that we could use in any other time. Insigne is a great card. Giovinco is a great card. I've never used that Cavani card. De Rossi and Juanfran, great cards. You know, we've got that Dario Serna card. Kurzawa is a phenomenal left back at 6 foot tall as well, high medium. I wouldn't mind being able to put him in this team. I don't have a Frenchman in the team, so I can't fit him in the team, but it would be great to somehow get Kurzawa in the team. You know, if we put in Kurzawa, Tolisso, maybe just Kurzawa and Tolisso, you know, like there's options of things for us to do. And then again, we look at all these cards. We've got the Gareth Barry card. This Depay card has been great for me. I only played 70 games with him. I say only, like 70 is actually quite a lot. We've got this red, you know what, I forgot about this Anthony Martial card. We could play Martial at left forward, Lacazette 8 chem striker, Eden Hazard 7 chem right forward. I completely forgot that I even had this this Anthony Martial card in it just here. I forgot that it existed. How crazy is that? I could play that Martial at striker instead of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. You know, we've got the Balassi card is great. This Chadley card, 232 games with him, and I loved him. I thought he was amazing, and now I'm not using him, which is just nuts. Then we kind of descend into a few like bad cards and a few unusables. A few cards that I'll use eventually in squad builder challenges or that will just stay in the club forever. We've got the untradeable David Myler, of course. Why wouldn't we own a David Myler card? But yeah, look at the stats. Like, okay, Ibrahimovic has got more of everything basically except pace. But sometimes pace gets you into those positions that the strength and the guile of someone like Ibra can't do. Why not use this team? Or why not use this team? You know, this, like, okay, I'd need to get Eden Hazard onto the right chemistry. I'd need to give him a strong link, so maybe that Nasser Chadley would come back in or something or other. But also, why not even do this? Why not play Hazard up front? Brilliant card. We played him up front before and he was a lot of fun. Maybe that would be the right thing to do. Maybe switching to a 4-1-2-1-2 straight away in game, putting Fernandinho down at CDM, Chan and Dele Alli at CM, Sterling at Cam, and then Hazard and Martial up front. Why not do it? You know what I mean? Why not do it? But one card that I did want to look at was actually that Tolisso card. I remember using him. What did I use? Did I get him in a draft? I might have got him in a draft. And man, he was good. I didn't use him for many games, and I can't remember why I used him. But he was a very, very good card. That's why. So I mean, look at those stats. High work rate as well. 3-star, 3-star. That's an utterly ridiculous card, isn't it? 200k. He's got a 190 bid on him there. Let's put the thingy up. Let's do it like this. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that, and then do that, and we'll see if we can see any for like super cheap. No, but he's like 200,000 coins, but a great card. And obviously he gets a strong link with that Depay card, who gets a strong link with Lacazette, and then we could get a strong link to Kurzawa as well. I would be interested in that. I would be interested in building that as a team. You know, if we have it. Well, I don't have the that one Depay. I kind of I wish I held on to that this Depay now. I sold him for 118,000, I think, and now he's up at like 200,000. And it's very likely that he's going to get himself another inform just because he's playing in a league that isn't really filled with super teams, and he's playing at one of the best teams in the league. But this Depay card, again, it's such a shame he's got a 2-star weak foot. Even if he just had a 3-star weak foot, he'd be a whoa different card. But I'm very, very tempted to try Lacazette, Depay, Tolisso, Kurzawa. I would have to then go and buy those cards, sure, but would it be worth it? Maybe so. Let's have a look at the 86 Inform Depay and see how much that's selling for. Maybe 180, 160, 170, because I could just buy that and try him and then sell him, or I could buy the ones to watch card and hang about with it. Let's if there's a ones to watch card for like 190 or less. Let's go up here. So if we do see one for about 190, I don't think there is. They're about 200,000, but I'll wait because everyone's going to start dumping these now. If like something comes out, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like I'm tempted. I'm basically, the team that I've built is a team that I'm going to try in Division 1 and just try and get my custom tactics back to being competent. Try and get my gameplay back to being competent, and just try and fit the team around how well I play rather than build it. You know, buying, like, I bought Pogba because I was like, screw it, let me just try Paul Pogba. Wasn't the right thing to do at the time. Using this team, if I can become successful with this team, I feel like looking at this, I feel like there's one thing missing, and that's 4-star skill moves in the midfield. So it very may well be a case of getting rid of Dele Alli and putting in Roberto Firmino just to have 4-star skill moves in there. That could be the situation. But I'm going to try it like this. We're going to see how it goes. In fact, it might even be more prudent to try Harry Kane. He's got one less pace and a bit less defending, but it's high work rates. That's not bad, actually. I don't know. I'm literally just gonna try it out, guys, and mess about with it and see how we go. And then I'm gonna have a few million coins in the bank at least. Let's actually do quick math. So we've got 550 there anyway. He'll be 1.55, 1.6, 1.7 give or take. 350 there, so just over 2 million after tax, maybe around 2 million, and 300k there, so 2.3 million. It'll basically be 2.3 million give or take, maybe 2.2 after tax and stuff like that. And then we've obviously got hundreds of thousands worth of investments in the club through the ones to watch cards and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm in a good spot with this account. I've got a lot of coins and a lot of choices. But I need to go back to basics with the team to figure out how the hell to make sure I can grind out the wins in Foot Champs. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.